Air Use Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. November 9th. Stepping into the sunlight. But first of all, we shall want sunlight. Nothing much can grow in the dark. Meditation is our step out into the sun, as Bill sees it, page 10. Sometimes I think I don't have time for prayer and meditation, forgetting that I always found the time to drink. It is possible to make time for anything I want to do if I want it badly enough. When I start the routine of prayer and meditation, it's a good idea to plan to devote a small amount of time to it. I read a page from our fellowship's books in the morning and say, "Thank you, God," when I go to bed at night. As prayer becomes a habit, I will increase the time spent on it without even noticing the foray it makes into my busy day. If I have trouble praying, I just repeat the Lord's Prayer because it really covers everything. Then I think of what I can be grateful for and say a word of thanks. I do not need to shut myself in a closet to pray. It can be done even in a room full of people. I just remove myself mentally for an instant. As the practice of prayer continues, I will find I don't need words, for God can and does hear my thoughts through silence. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, November 9th. We humans are wonderfully adaptable. We find creative solutions to impossible situations. One coping skill that some of us develop is manipulating other people in order to get what we want. Alcoholism can create such a threatening environment that manipulation seems necessary. Today, with the help of Al-Anon, we are learning to do more than merely survive, and such manipulation becomes unnecessary and unacceptable. In Al-Anon, we learn healthier ways to meet our own needs and to behave toward others. Manipulation had been a normal part of my life for so long that I forgot how to have a discussion or make a straightforward request. If I wanted someone to do the dishes, I tried to make them feel guilty by telling them how much I had done for them, or I complained that they never did their part. It never occurred to me that I could simply and politely ask for what I wanted, or that I could accept my request being turned down. But I'm learning. A day at a time, I'm learning. Today's reminder. Today I am creating a better way of living, free of guilt and deception. There is a quote from In All Our Affairs, and it reads, "We can choose to behave with personal integrity, not because it will make someone else feel better, but because it reflects a way of living that enriches and heals us." Just for today, daily meditations for recovering addicts. November 9th. The best laid plans. It is our actions that are important. We leave the results to our higher power. Basic text, page 91. There's an old saying we sometimes hear in our meetings. If you want to make God laugh, make plans. When we hear this, we usually laugh too, but there's a nervous edge to our laughter. We wonder if all of our carefully laid plans are doomed to fail. If we're planning a big event, a wedding, a return to school, or perhaps a career change, we begin to wonder if our plans are the same as our higher powers' plans. We are capable of working ourselves into such a frenzy of worry over this question that we refuse to make any plans at all. But the simple fact is that we really don't know whether our higher power plans for our lives are carved in stone or not. Most of us have opinions about fate and destiny, but whether we believe in such theories or not, we still have a responsibility to live our lives and make plans for the future. If we refuse to accept responsibility for our lives, we're still making plans for a shallow, boring existence. What we make in recovery are plans, not results. We'll never know whether the marriage, the education, or the new job is going to work out until we try it. We simply exercise our best judgment, check with our sponsor, pray, use all the information at hand, and make the most reasonable plans we can. For the West, we trust in the loving care of God of our understanding, knowing that we've acted responsibly. Just for today, I will make plans, but I will not plan the results. I will trust in my higher powers' loving care. Today, Emotions Anonymous, November 9th. Reflection for today. A key tool I have learned to use is to act as if. It seems to give me confidence and the ability to be what I want to be. If I have to give a speech to many people and I am nervous, I act as if I am in complete control of myself and the speech, and it goes well. If I feel someone has hurt me and I am angry, I quietly explain my feelings and then act as if nothing has happened, and we remain friends. It helps the anger disappear. If I am worried about the future, I act as if everything will turn out fine, and it generally does. If problems come my way and I am in turmoil over them, I act as if there are solutions and options, and they usually appear. When I am depressed, it really works miraculously to act as if life is wonderful. It is. Meditation for today. Remind me to use this handy tool when I am in need for help. Today I will remember when I act as if it is. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. November 9th. Mistakes. Most of us agonize over mistakes because we internalize the error. BRB page 38. When we were kids, making a mistake meant being verbally and often physically abused. Our mistakes provoked over-the-top reactions from the adults around us who did not have the tools to understand that we were just doing what kids and people in general do, make mistakes. But instead, we heard shaming comments like, "What's the matter with you? Are you stupid? Are you an idiot?" Or, "You should have known better. Look at what you did." And on top of that, many of us were spanked, slapped, or beaten as well. It seemed like the end of the world when this happened. The mistake could never be undone. Part of the result was that the more it happened, the better we got at shaming ourselves. We no longer needed to hear it from someone else because those messages had become internalized. We carried this self-shaming behavior into our adult lives, and many of us became merciless in the way we treated ourselves. In ACA, we learned to gradually reprogram those inner critical parent messages and understand that making mistakes is part of being human. We all do it. When we make a mistake, we talk about it, examine the nature of what we did, forgive ourselves, make amends when appropriate, and move on. We begin to think and act like true adults. The affirmation reads, "On this day, I understand that when I make a mistake, I don't have to perpetuate my childhood abuse by beating myself up. I will call someone and process what happened, then move on." Please share, subscribe, like, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be. Remember that you are not alone and that recovery is absolutely possible, one day at a time.